For today, we're playing Warzone Resurgence with the ROG ally, and we'll start off at 1080p at the low settings. And here we are with that. It's the low preset, and again at 1080p. And I'm playing at 30 watts with 6 gigs of VRAM. Try playing at 4, and the game would crash on launch. This is a revisit to Warzone. I did the first map, the launch map, and it was pretty unplayable on the ROG ally. It was stuttering, it was freezing, it was pretty awful all around. So now we're playing on Rebirth, smaller map, should hopefully do better. Oh. That was kind of laggy on his part. I'm dead here. Alright. Horrible aim, but aim assist comes through. Helps me out there. Yeah, there we go. And this guy does fall down quite a bit. But again, it's not a massive deal. It is playable actually when you're on the ground. I will pause it in a bit and we can go ahead and enable FSR1. See how it looks, how it performs. Should be quite good though. So far, GPU is fully maxed out at 98%. And VRAM sitting at 5 gigs. So using 4 gigs isn't going to cut it. Oh no. And for FSR1, going with the quality preset. Let's apply it. So here we go. So normally on a bigger TV or I guess a normal monitor, FSR1 isn't great at 1080p. But on the Ally, already it does look fantastic. And yeah, on the ground, looks pretty good as well. Very sharp. And FPS wise, sitting in the high 70s and the 80s. And indoors, obviously higher. For our VRAM, sitting at 5.7 gigs, almost at the limit of 6. Somebody's in this building, I think, dude. Yep. This guy doing, man. Thank God for aim assist. That's all I want to say. Helps that so much. And yeah, so far, this is a great pick for the Ally. FPS is better, and the image quality is very similar on the actual built-in screen. If you're playing on, again, on a bigger screen or a monitor, then I would personally not use this. It looks far softer than native 1080p. Alright, FSR3 with frame gen, add the quality preset. And yeah, FPS wise, oh man. The input delay is definitely far more obvious with this one. And I would say that it's not really working properly either. FPS is not like massively improved. It's a bit better in the sky, in the 90s instead of the 80s. But yeah, the input delay is definitely there. Let's pause it here. I want to disable frame gen. There we go, got this guy too. Wow, the FPS is now down into the 60s. That is pretty crazy. Okay, yeah, frame gen was definitely working before, but without it, the gains aren't really there. In the mid 60s and the high 60s pretty much. But the benefit of FSR3 is that the image looks much sharper. If you are playing on the built-in screen, it's not really a good thing. It was already sharp before. But if you're playing in dock mode, I mean even then, you had 60 FPS beforehand, so probably just play it native. Let's revive this guy. Where is this guy, man? What's happening here? Squad wipe. Stole his kill there, but I don't really care. Somebody's down here, I think, man. Oh, thank God. Okay, let's back out, play on 100p, 15 watts, and try it again. Now for Warzone or COD in general, it's best to quit the game and then change your TDP, because it's been known that if you do it while the game is running, the game will ban you, or shadow ban you. Okay, 900p, 15 watts, no FSR, see how we go. Yeah, so far, not great to be honest, it doesn't feel fantastic. But we are sitting in the mid 50s on average. Alright, let's go up here, find some loot, try to get into a fight. But yeah guys, so far, it's not fantastic, it is stuttering, FPS is falling below 60 all the time. Down them both, but there's a third guy I think, right? Yep. For FSR, I'm going to be skipping FSR3, and it's mainly due to the fact that FSR3 wasn't fantastic. It was sharper, but on the built-in screen, FSR1 was sharp enough, and the FPS gains were far better. This is rough, dude. Everyone is playing solo pretty much, even though we're in a team. Oh, everyone left. Even better. Now I'm actually playing solo. Alright, the stutters are still here, unfortunately. And FPS-wise, I mean, it's pretty similar to be honest, but it does go higher at times. Beforehand, we had like the mid 40s and the mid 50s. Now we're sitting in the mid 50s and the mid 60s. But again, the stutters are still here, so not perfectly playable, I would say. But it's doing better, I guess. I'm so dead here. Let's call this in. Please! I tried. Please airstrike him, please. Also screenshot it. That's nice. Yeah, 15 watts, guys, is not it. Maybe 720p would help, but at this point, it might help actually. I don't know. It just depends on the CPU. Oh no, what is this? That's so bad. It was lagging and I couldn't aim properly. And also my aim is bad on controller, so. Time for 30 watts, 900p, FSR active as well. FSR 1. Let's go. GPU temp too high. That is 40 watts for you. It will fall down in a bit. There we go, it's already gone. Personally, I'm not a big fan of the 40 watt thing. I know it boosts up for a little bit, but like what's the point? Just disable it, to be honest. FPS wise, it's very similar to 30 watts and it lasts for like 2 minutes. So I don't know who needs the extra 2 minutes of boost. So far the game feels fantastic. FPS wise, a bit better than before, at least on average. We're easily sitting in the 80s and the 90s now, and indoors in the 110s. The game feels very fluid. It's very responsive, of course. And again, the graphics are still very sharp. We had a bottleneck, a CPU bottleneck beforehand at 1080p with FSR. At 900p, that's obviously far more obvious. I'm gonna die probably, but it's worth a shot. I want to walk just to be ready. Is he upstairs? I think he's upstairs, right? I'm kind of freaking out. I can't turn fast, so I gotta be aiming in his direction as I'm going up. Might be on the roof, actually. Try it out. Yeah, he's already killed someone over here. Alright, here we go. I can hear him. I had to kill him. No way I was gonna let him go down. Go. Oh, and also, I think for 720p, I'm gonna go ahead and not use 30 watts. Because we are being held back at this point by the CPU in most cases. So 720p is gonna make that worse. So I'll just test that 15 watts. My teammates here, let's help him out if I can. There we go. What? That missed? 720p, 15 watts, and FSR 1 active. Alright, for the built-in screen, guys, it does look pretty decent. It's not fantastic or super sharp, but it looks usable, I would say. And yeah, so far we're sitting in the 60s and the 70s. It's getting pretty close to the 50s though. And yeah, it does fall down into the 50s. But yeah, far better than before. It actually feels playable at 15 watts. I'm actually surprised behind me. I'm good though. Won't be peeking that. Yes! Thank you, aim assist. I'm dead. Now in the sky, it does feel pretty stuttery, so it's not great there. But again, at the same time, it's not a massive deal. On the ground, it does play mostly well. So yeah, I think this is playable on Rebirth at least. So if you're playing on battery, and you got 4G or hotspot, yeah, I think it's definitely playable. But for me, ideally, I'm playing at 900p, FSR 1, and at 30 watts. Okay, I think that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Next video. See you guys there.